Hey guys, OHG here, and I wanted to do a talk video. I haven't done a talk video in quite some time where I don't play any games, but I just lay out what's on my mind. Okay. A few weeks ago, I bought Drag X Drive for the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, this was my justification game for getting the Switch 2. I was very excited to see what a wheelchair basketball experience would be like. I saw it on the Nintendo Direct. I was very excited. Couldn't believe it was going to happen because disabled representation is kind of sparse in video games. But I bought it and I was very disappointed. For starters, there are no accessibility options. I couldn't even get out of the tutorial. And I tried everything. I tried handling my both Joy Cons in one hand and using them as a unified mouse. That didn't even work. Um, I could barely get the chair to go straight. And I couldn't even make it out of the tutorial. I got so upset that I called up Nintendo. And Nintendo's return policy or refund policy is more BS than Sony's. And I haven't had a single problem with Microsoft's return policy. Um, Nintendo has a strict no return on digital purchases ever, but the gentleman I spoke to said that they would do it as a one-time courtesy to me. And it is 4 weeks later, and I have not gotten a refund. I spent $21 on a game I couldn't even play. Now, you would say $21 is not a big deal. And you're right, in most cases it isn't. But in this case, I got a game that I couldn't even play. So, and here is another thing about Drag X Drive that I didn't even think about until I saw someone else's video. They don't even mention wheelchairs in the game. They shy away from using. They didn't call it a wheelchair basketball experience. They just called it a new basketball experience. But everyone with two eyes, and in some cases four if you wear glasses. Trust me, I wear gaming glasses on occasion. I'm known to be to be old four eyes on occasion. Um, Anyone can see that these are wheelchairs. You push them in the same way that a wheelchair would, yet the word wheelchair is never mentioned in the game. There wasn't even any marketing on this piece of crap. Dragon Drive is widely regarded as one of the worst experiences on the system, and granted, it's only been out a little bit more than a month now at this point. But I just want you guys to know that it is a scam. Okay? Um it's a glorified tech demo. Same thing with the Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. But there are quite a few games that I'm enjoying on the Switch too. But that's neither here nor there right now. I'm here to talk about a game that I justified picking up an entire console for because I was happy that wheelchairs had some form of representation. And what I got was a game that I couldn't even make it out of the goddamn tutorial. Pardon my French, I know some young people watch my stuff. But, this is inexcusable. There are no accessibility options for me to just use one mouse or use my Pro controller. Now, you would say, well, if you made it out of the tutorial, there might be some accessibility options that you can change. Well, guess what? I couldn't even make it out of the tutorial, so that's a moot point. I don't know what to say except for I don't know how many disabled folk watch my videos, but I know quite a few people do watch my videos. If I can give you any gaming advice right now, do not buy DragX Drive. Don't support this because it is like Nintendo is scared to mention the word wheelchairs in a game that is clearly involving wheelchairs as the main vehicle. And it is absolutely deplorable that there are no accessibility options in a game that very clearly uses mobility aids as the main means of transport in the game. I'm very disappointed. I feel like I spend my money in the wrong place. Um, yeah, and I just don't know what to say about that other than don't be fooled, don't buy it. There are plenty of other games that are enjoyable on the Switch too that I'm going to be getting to in reviews coming up. We have um WWE 2K25, good game on the Switch. I can't wait to show you my impressions of it. Um, NBA 2K26 looks to be a good game. Um, I bought it in the hopes of reviewing it and seeing if it would hold up as well as WWE 2K25 does. It's a little spoiler alert. 2K25 WWE is a good game. And it runs like a dream. But I'll explain in depth in the video. Um, and Madden 26 is a good game. I'll say that it serves. Um, I hope to be getting my hands on Cyberpunk 2077 because I would love to see how good that game is on the Switch. I've seen some things that I'm impressed by And man, I'm calling the Switch 2 the little engine that could. But my point is, there are so many other better games out there right now for the Switch 2 that are um, enjoyable and worth your time and money. I'm OHG. Always remember that as long as you have 5 fingers and a belief in yourself, you, on the camera, can do whatever you set your mind to. I will see you in the next video. Don't get scammed by Drag X Drive. So many better games. See you guys soon.